Welcome back to Unreal World Mackenzie. I accidentally hit a button for hauling, otherwise we haven't done anything since the previous episode. We're injured from the bear. We're working on a catch. I think we have a net there. We want to pull it out sometime around late afternoon, I think. See what kind of meat, what's our meat situation? Okay, we don't have a lot of meat, but maybe we should trade for a squirrel fur or a badger fur or something, because that's still too much. It will go stale, and then it will be no good. We have a carving axe. We need to get a splitting axe, we need to get a shovel, and we need to get a broad axe. Because building is coming up, we'll need a broad axe for that. And need a shovel for agriculture. And a splitting axe for boards. I hope you can't hear that annoying noise in the background, but if you can, I'm sorry. I hope it goes away soon. Let's see. Oh, so what I was going to do to kill time while we're waiting on the net is we have some bear fur, and I thought we would replace our fur stuff with bear stuff. It's our elk stuff with bear stuff. So we'll start with a hood and see how it goes. I guess we'll use our small knife or our broad knife, whichever the game prefers. I would have thought the small knife, but we'll eat something and we'll move away from the trap that we have set for the hare so that excuse me, so that there's a higher chance it will get trapped. We set it too close to our camp, really, but we'll go over here. So, clothes, fur hood, bear fur. It wants our small knife. Okay, that's good. So let's drop the broad knife and let's not forget that it's there. In fact, let's keep it where we can see it. Clothes, fur hood. Okay, so we'll compare the two. The fur hood will be better at point, protection against point. So elk fur hood 4, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. And the bear fur will be 4, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4. 4, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4. So it's slightly better. And we only have to make it once. Well, it will wear out eventually, but once a year, let's say. And we'll move on. Oh, that's the only thing we can make without yarn. So we'll go back and get some yarn. And I was thinking we would give the elk stuff to someone we hire and see if they put it on. Because that's a question I've had for quite a while, is if you, here's our yarn. The hair did not come. If you hire someone and give them clothing, will they equip it or not? Because when we fight the Njurp, it would be nice to have companions or whatever you want to call them that are equipped with decent protection. They will equip weapons you give them, but will they equip clothing is the question. So let's take off our elk fur hood and drop it. And drop our broad knife again. And next thing is mittens. We need 3 feet of yarn, so what am I doing? Tying equipment, not textile craft. Shorten ropes and cords. 3 feet. Drop the longer bit and wear the fur hood. And okay. That worked well. Take off our elk fur mittens and drop them. Let's drop these for now. Let's take off this and drop it, just in case that reduces our penalties. Okay, so next is, well, we have 20.9 pounds. How much would a overcoat take? 14 pounds. 14 pounds for the overcoat. And then 7.2 for the shirt. So we can't do both. Well, the shirt's something we wear all the time. So I think I will do that. And we'll do some footwear. We would have skipped the footwear if we could do both, but we can't if we could do both the overcoat and the shirt. So let's do footwear next. It doesn't really matter what order we do it in, I don't think. First shirt, 15 feet of cordage. Tying equipment, shorten. Wait. $15. And clothes. fur shirt, bear fur, no fatigue. Okay. Oh, this is taking quite a while. Okay, that worked. It's a pretty warm day, so we won't equip it just yet. Now footwear. 3 feet. Drop the 90. And rest off fatigue. And clothes for footwear. Go. Okay. So a bit of a wasted day, but also not really. We've got the clothes we'll be wearing, or quite a few articles of clothes that we'll be wearing for quite some time. So take off our elk footwear and drop it, and we'll wear that stuff. So yeah, we don't really have much on our thighs because we didn't we didn't make leggings. What's up with our hands? Oh, that's the only protection we have on our hands, that's why. We're certainly not impervious to assault, but we're a little tougher than we were before we did that. So let's go see, maybe there's a hare in a trap, and it's early evening, so we'll pull the no hare. Pull the net out, drop everything. We'll drop this stuff here so we're not lugging it around everywhere. Because I think, want to keep it, like I said, for potentially for companions. Hope it's not too soon to retrieve the net. We'd really like to get this out of the way. Let's eat something first. I think this was all cooked at the same time, so all right, that's good enough. Got a paddle wielded, and fishing. No, fishing. Retrieve a net. Excellent. Caught a salmon. So building. is next. And we want a broad axe for that. So we won't be doing that for a couple of days while we get a broad axe. Drop the paddle in the net. We're a bit tired. It's early evening. Our order for the iron spectacle helm is not going to be ready for another week or so. If I remember correctly, I think he said 2 weeks, so another 9 days. Are we gonna go somewhere and then cook the salmon? What's the next thing? Okay, let's get rid of that. Because we're at the future base. If we decide that there's a base on Rapids and Dreek, this is gonna be it, I think. We've got deer there. I'd like to go exploring. I'd like to eventually explore, Dreek. And there's still big areas of Dreek that I haven't had a look at yet. My plan was to build a base on the rapids, but I think it makes more sense to have a base that's central, that's closer to villages. I mean, we're really not that close. I mean, it's nice to be close to the master blacksmith, but once we've ordered all the masterwork, all the masterwork items we want, that won't be much of an advantage either. And it would be better to have something more central, I think, even if it's not on the rapids. So there's a broad axe there. There's a masterwork broad axe there. Masterwork splitting axe. I think we need to get moving. Pick up the salmon. Maybe we'll trade these ones away and make some more for future companions, because these are quite valuable, I think. We'll bring the seeds, because I'm not convinced anymore that this is the place where I'm going to be sowing the seeds. I thought for sure this was going to be where I build my building, but I don't think I am. So, you know what? The net can stay, because this is where we only use a net in rapids, but let's leave the net in the shelter. Let's retrieve this, and let's move out. We've already treated our injury today. I think we have everything. We picked up our broad knife. We're leaving behind 4 bear bones, 2 crude javelins, and a net. Okay. I'm in no condition to fight robbers. I'm injured. I'm not that well equipped, and I don't have a dog, so let's try to go around him. What do I have for fur? We could trade the remaining bear fur. Wish we had a regular squirrel fur as well, and then we'd have some decent small change. Wait, sorry, where were they? Southeast, more east than south. So we can get rid of this black to the east. We're just a bit tired. Okay. Okay, this is where we left skins at some point. Still a hole in the ice. Okay, we'll use it. But there's nothing here now. So we can get rid of that. Sorry, more loud noise. And let's see if we can find these guys. That's old. That's old. That's old. Very fresh. Old. Old. Very sorry for the background noise. Well, this has not been very successful, has it? Seem to have gone everywhere except where they went. If I hadn't seen that one very, very fresh, I would have just given up. But what gives? All right. Wasn't meant to be. Let's just get rid of that. Now I'm annoyed by it. Ba-dum-bum. So, there's a fine shovel. Elk dropped and dead elk, I assume we can get rid of. It's late evening and we are tired. Well, we could, oh, and we need to cook the salmon, that's right. So, or was it a trout? Doesn't matter. It was a salmon. Let's go over here and drop everything except our hand axe. Have a drink. We need to either find a slender trunk or chop down some trees. Or a tree, rather. Not really in the mood for looking around after that trader fiasco. And it's raining. So, let's just chop down a small tree. With our woodsman's axe, which I don't think we've used yet. Maybe we did to make a post spruce. Oops. We'll put the fire here. Go back for those stones we had to leave behind. And we gotta find 2 more branches. Yeah, I should have searched until I found the branches and then then I could have given up because I might have found a slender trunk while I was looking for the branches. Oh, that noise is so annoying. Sorry, I've got to go close the window. Hopefully that might help. Hold on just a minute. Time out. Helped a bit. Really not all that much. Anyway, let's get back to the Unreal world. Okay. We will drop the 2 other branches here. Drop a stone here. And drop the other rocks and stones here. Drop our gear here. Pick up the salmon. Drop it here. And make a fire. Okay. Complete by late night, so I'm not going to wait up for that. But because we only got 3 slender trunks, guess we'll make a post spruce. Oh, we've already had a drink. But I feel like I'm making too many post spruces and not enough shelters. It's nice to have shelters around. It's very convenient to make post spruces in a pinch, but since we're not in a pinch right now, let's go ahead and make a proper shelter that will show up on our mini map. Fell a tree and get some twigs. The problem is I want the shelter here, and I don't like building a shelter right next to a fire. I think it'll be okay though. Fire spreads, but I think only if there's already 2 fires in 2 separate locations on the ground. I don't think it spreads from just one. So if I want it here, I'll put the materials here. I'll get my hand axe. And build shelter there. And I think I'll sleep outside. Just because I think it'll start raining again soon. It didn't, and I didn't need a shelter as it turned out. And the salmon did not burn. But we have a shelter for future in a somewhat sensible location. Let's eat some more of our bear. Excuse me. Bit of a frustrating episode so far. Our wound is treated. It'll heal in a few in-game minutes because it's morning. And time to move out, I guess. Hopefully nothing goes stale. And we are headed it's more important to me that I have a shovel than that it be a fine shovel. I want a longbow, I want a shovel, and I want a splitting axe and a broad axe, not necessarily in that order. So we're going east. We're not seeing very much. That big black blob is annoying, so I'm going to go on a slight detour just to get rid of it. Okay. Now it's a more acceptable tiny series of black dots. So the broad axe, I think, is the priority. Broad axe and splitting axe. Well, I want everything. Can I afford everything, though? I have like half-ish of a bear fur. Ah, it went stale. That is super annoying. Because that was going to be my change for the transaction. What a frustrating episode. So let's go hunt this elk. Plan has changed. We need, if we want to buy everything we want, we need more wealth than we currently have. So hopefully that elk is still there. I don't think we hunted it. If we did, we did, but I don't think we did. So, old elk tracks. Do some herb lore. Okay. Very fresh. So we'll drop everything but one javelin and our broad knife. And a turnip. We don't want the elk coming back and eating our turnip. And elk dropped. And I don't really want to start running until I see the elk. Yeah, it seems to have gone in here. Oh. All right, let's just start running. Our tracking skill is just terrible. And it's our only 2-star skill, so it's not going to be improving as quickly as I'd like. Okay, luckily we got back on the trail. But, okay, we're coming out of this coniferous maybe. That would be nice. Doesn't usually take me this long just to find the elk. Oh, I guessed wrong. All right, I'm going to stop running. It's all very fresh, but which is the very freshest? Okay, this I think is the very freshest. Because this wasn't here before the last time I was over this area, I don't think. So let's start running again. I think this is going to set a new record for how long it took me to find the elk when I was healthy. Well, I was running at almost full speed. And when tracks were fairly plentiful. If I can't keep up with the elk when it's just walking, maybe that's a sign that I shouldn't try to catch it when it starts running. But we're down to 8 miles an hour and we still haven't even... Like if these... What? Now it's not even very fresh anymore. I am so confused. Well, let's start walking again. Okay, I hear something running away in the southwest. So, okay, this is where it started running. I wish I were at 0 fatigue, but I'm not. So this is what we have to work with. It didn't go this way, did it? No, those are quite fresh. Very fresh running, okay. I'm gonna walk again. Oh, these are the correct ones. Running again. I hear something running away in the southeast. Very fresh running. Very fresh running. Walk again. Did I glimpse the elk? Or is that my imagination? Very fresh running. I think I did glimpse it. Well, let's try running again. Maybe that was just that bird, though. There it is. We finally saw the elk. But now that we've seen it, I'm not impressed with how quickly it's moving. Okay. There it is. Huh? It's still outrunning me. Oh, there it is to the northwest. We're both quite tired. Down to 6 miles an hour. Really? No, not really. Down to 5 miles an hour. Here's something running away in the west. It's got more left in the tank than I do. That's too bad. Not really surprising given how long it took me just to find it. We're going to try a round 2? I think so. We're down to 3 miles an hour. There it is to the northwest. Just going to walk towards it. I'll rest as long as it's on the screen. How is it running now? Do we have a chance? Is this running? Yeah. As long as it says running, we'll keep following it. But if it changes to... Oh, wow. I had been ready to give up. So wheeled our javelin. Okay. We are lively. It is noon. We have a dead elk to deal with. So we'll skin it first, then go get our stuff and then butcher it, I think. See how big the carcass is. 420 pounds, not very big. But still a lot of work. We improved tracking, that's good. We need to keep doing that. And we will, of course. Injuries down to 8%. Fine elk skin. We'll pick up the turnip and the javelin. We'll bookmark this location. And we'll go get our stuff. Okay. It's a good idea to take a couple of steps away from the carcass before you do that, just in case there's a wolf pack nearby and you zoom back in and you're surrounded by wolves. Or more importantly, that there's a wolf immediately adjacent to you. Let's eat some of this stuff that we failed to sell in time. And get to work on butchering the carcass. Probably going to have to cook it here, I would imagine. Don't see any slender trunks. And we'll drop that and that. Two months until the crowberries are ripe. Feel comfortable. Let's look at splitting axe and broad axe and shovel. Well, let's get to work cooking this stuff. So we're going to need some slender trunk. So we'll use our woodsman's axe to get some of those. And are there enough branches around? There's one. Yeah, I should always search for the branches first. Just said this, and I failed again. And then if you still don't have a slender trunk and you're feeling lazy, then you can say, okay, I will chop down a small tree. Fire can be here. Stone can be here. And we'll eat again. Excuse me. And we'll I shouldn't leave. I can't carry all this, can I? No. Okay. I don't know why I want it to be on this side instead of this side, but anyway, this is the way we've done it. Drop the elk skin. Make a fire. I don't think we can do it all in one go, so we won't try. Okay, good enough. We haven't leveled cooking, unfortunately. Okay, this timed out okay. It's just evening. As long as it stays evening for a little while longer. Okay. Any chance we can carry it all now? Yes, Well, that's good news. I did not expect that. And we can drop, or we might as well burn that and that. And I don't think there's any herb lore on the screen, so we'll do a weather lore or 3. Oh crap. It's all done. I didn't think it was. I hope I didn't waste too much time waiting for meat that was already cooked. Okay. We're over now. Well, we can drop some more of that stale stuff. And figure out exactly what our capacity is. 308 pounds seems to be it. Drop. Five. If we eat this 1.6 ounce, that 1.6 ounce meant we could move again. Okay. So elk dropped, there's nothing there anymore. And dead elk, there's nothing there anymore that I care about. Decent shovel there. And a longbow. Well, let's just go into the closest one first and see how much a decent shovel is going to set us back. Even though that's not really our biggest priority. We'll hold off on the longbow though. But I want a shovel. Oh, criminy. Drop the shovel. I forgot about that. Okay. Talk to the craftsman. Shovel is what? 77? 88. 84. 86. 87. 85 and 2. 86 and 1. 80, wait, 80 and 8. 81 and 7. 82 and 6. 83 and 5. 83 and 5 it is. He wouldn't take 82 and 6. It's a deal. We have a shovel. Okay. So we can remove that. And masterwork splitting axe, masterwork broad axe. What do you think? I think if we sell some of our clothes, we can swing this. But I'm not certain. Of the two, I think... Oh, I'm in the wrong map. Looks like the masterwork broad axe is further east. Do I want one without the other? I don't really want one without the other. We can come back tomorrow with the elk, or the day after with the elk fur, if this isn't quite enough. So we're looking for a masterwork splitting axe that is rumored to be here. And I bet it's in here. I don't know why, but I have a sneaking suspicion. Okay. Huh. If we get the broad axe first, we can come back here. And if we can't afford the masterwork splitting axe, maybe we can afford the decent one, the regular one. Would you stop following me, please? Why can I not zoom out? Oh, this idiot. This seems to be where the axes are. Is it not? Oh, it's not. Never mind. See, this gives us another dilemma. I'd rather have a masterwork splitting axe and a regular broad axe than the other way around, but I'm just going to say this is going to work out and we'll get masterwork both. We'll see. I don't think the broad axe is as expensive. Can we swing it with just meat? Can we swing it with just 77 by any chance? No. Good start. Huh. Needs to be doubled. I think that made up my mind to not go for the masterwork one. It's not like this is wasted. If we get a masterwork one later, we can trade this one and get probably 95% of its value back. Bear fur 2/3. 44. Bear fur 50. Bear fur 54. Bear fur 52. Bear fur 53. So bear fur and 54. Bear fur 50 and 4. Bear fur 51 and 3. He probably won't take the 2, but we'll try. Bear fur 52 and 2. No, he won't. So it's bear fur and 54. And not bear fur and 53, correct? Yeah. Okie doke. It's a deal. Okay, now we have a broad axe, though not the masterwork one we hoped for. And now we'll see if we can get a masterwork splitting axe. But again, I don't, well, if we trade away all of our clothing, we can probably swing it. We'll see. We'll see. If we go with a fine Arctic fox fur, can't trade our overcoat because that's our only overcoat. But we can trade our shirt. I'll give you the shirt off my back. Halfway there. Halfway there. Getting promising. Pleasantly close. A few more things. I'm kind of thinking that I'll come back with the elk fur. Let's see. If he'll take this, then we can make a deal. Otherwise, no. All right, let's come back with the elk fur. And that way we can save our clothes for what we intended it for, which was to give it to companions and see if they equip it or not. So having a shelter in this pocket makes a lot of sense. Question is, where exactly will we do that? Well, we should see, is this a land bridge or not? It is. Fortunately, it's not coniferous forest. Let's see if it's a big lake or not. That's a lake and not a small lake, right? Yeah, unfortunately you start so far from the shore when you become the lake biome. Is this side any better? I'm like way up here and I'm still lake. Does that matter? Yes, because I don't like to zoom out. And it won't let you zoom out at this time of year. Here, right? Exactly. That's why that's important. It's a small thing, but it's aggravating when it happens over and over and over at your regular encampment. All right, so let's keep looking. Okay, we're not gonna find our permanent base in this area tonight. we're going to make a hole in the ice and then go to sleep. Let's eat our stale stuff. Excuse me. Let's pick up the rest of our stale stuff and move it a few feet away. Let's get our hand axe. And drink. I think we're too tired to do the work on our elk skin. I don't think that's an issue, but let's see what happens if we just go to sleep now. Okay. We slept all night. Is this rotten? Not yet, so let's eat it before it rots. Excuse me. Let's work. We could do physician, but it feels a bit cheesy to do physician and then 5 minutes later you're doing physician again. So we're not going to do that because it's morning and we're about to heal. And so we'll do it after we heal in the morning. Fine elk skin, broad knife, elk fat, hopefully still, yes. We didn't really take care of that like we like to, but it worked out. Have a drink, clean the skin. We didn't ruin it. Pick up the elk fat, drop the knife. Oh, we didn't heal at all. Huh. Well, that's a bummer. Did not heal at all. Hide working, tan the skin. And I ruined it again. That's happening a lot at this stage, but I can't blame a knife. There was no knife involved. And have another drink. Let's confirm this is spoiled. Yep. And we'll eat something elky. And we'll do some physician. And we didn't get a good outcome, and so we'll try to find a shaman, a sage, who can heal us, I guess. We'll bookmark this location. Elk skin. I will make it green for a change. And we'll go exploring. To the southeast. And we found some deer. How big is the herd? 3. Looks pretty small. If that's... Can't be the whole herd, is it? It's all we see. Huh. Okay. I don't like to have 2 elks on the go at the same time, but an elk skin and a reindeer should be fine, I think. And we need some wealth. I mean, it feels pretty awful that I can't afford something in this game that isn't like a incredible masterwork hauberk or something truly magnificent. If I can't even afford a masterwork axe, then I need to focus on getting some wealth. So we'll eat something elky. Well, that salmon is older than the elk, right? I think so. I'm almost certain it is. So we should be eating the salmon, actually. And we'll give him a weather lore. And if he didn't want to use it, we'll do an herb lore. And then we'll hunt these one of these deer. Let's bring the turnip with us so it doesn't disappear. And the broad knife and a javelin. And we need to turn that into a fine javelin, or try. Okay, 1%. That's annoying that we didn't heal at all. How dare you? How dare you not heal at all? Dropped 4 deer. Okay, and this herb lore will be 100% of the head start. You got a weather lore, an herb lore, me eating, and now the hunt begins. Okay, there's a deer. Wield a javelin. And I wonder if we should try stealth. Stealth can work with a herd of deer because you have more individuals who might just stumble into you. But they're running away. I'm in no real rush. Although I do have, yeah, I am going to be juggling a lot, so we won't do this for long. Maybe that's how long we're doing it for. Let's see, is this the big one? I don't usually, if there's a big one. No, a small stag sounds about good. Let's do a bit of stealth and see if we can. Nope. So let's run. There is a big one. Running away in the west. But is it the big one? Yes, I don't want to kill the big doe. Still the big doe. But the others should be following the big doe. So, see that one to the north is following the big doe. Okay, sort of northeast of the stone. A little bit more north than east of the stone. Hmm. Crap. Okay, here we go. I think we got it. We'll see. Did it cut back? Oh no. It seems to have lots of energy still. Lots. I think we've tracked the same one the whole time. If we had known it was cutting back, we could have gotten it, but yeah, I don't care about the big doe right now. I might change my mind on that, but I haven't yet. Oh, there it is. Seems to be slowing down, but so are we. And we're slowing down faster, I think. Maybe not. This shows why speed is so important. If I was just a little faster, I could still see it. And if it was just a little faster, it would be kind of hopeless for me. What's going on here? Is this a lake? So I have to figure, did it go north or south? Or did it go into the lake and go through the ice? Huh. I thought I saw tracks there, but I don't think I did now. Doing 6 miles an hour. Did I guess wrong? Leading southwest. Really? Okay, so it went back. I somehow totally missed it. I don't know what happened there. How could I have missed it? I came right through here. What's going on? Well, the deer has recovered, so we just need to figure out where it went after it recovered. Seems like it would have gone southeast. This is where I think it went. Okay. And it met up with its buddies here. Okay. At least we're getting tracking practice. I'm going to just run until I find them, as long as I'm doing a reasonable speed. And then we'll rest when we see them and start the process over. There they are. Okay. So, round 2. The small stag. Is that what we were after? Anyway, small stag, big doe, small doe. Let's go after the small doe. I think, I can't remember, but we'll leave one of each so that they can make some more reindeer. So let's rest off some fatigue. Okay, we have no fatigue, and we'll start running. Okay, that's the one we want, right? Yes. And she will probably tend to want to come back to the south, because that's where her friends are. So keep that in mind when in doubt. I don't see any tracks. There I see some. The thing to the southwest I don't think is the one I want. Okay, the one to the northwest, that's her. Maybe I can track her better in the next biome. I can see her better in the next biome too, hopefully. Really? Okay, if that's where she went. Yeah, this is so much easier. I think that's her. Let's make sure. Yes. And she's smoked. She is smoked. Okay, smoked was an overbid. But there she is. Is this a solid wall? I think I can go up here. Yes, I can. Okay. Right, I think I can walk now. Okay. And there's a slender trunk right there. And I see 2 branches. Do I see 3? I see 4. So we'll drop all of our stuff. We did label where we dropped, right? Hope so. C. Dropped for deer. Perfect. Okay. Where do we want the fire? How about here? Come on. and drop the stone, and not like me to set up the fire before I've even skinned it. Skinning it should be priority. That was not good. Okay. Hide working. We leveled stealth a bit. We didn't level tracking. Skin. Only decent. I wonder if it's because we delayed. Oh well. It wasn't much of a delay, but it was a slight delay. And rest off fatigue. Butcher. 98 cuts. Oh, and some antlers. And we're a bit tired. It's early evening. We're going to cook the cuts and try to get that splitting axe we want. I'm worried I'm going to lose it if I leave it there. Just leave it with all my stuff closer. That's all. Have all your stuff just closer. I feel comfortable. Hopefully nothing stole the fat while I did that. It's there on top. Okay. We'll do a batch of 9 just to get to a multiple of 8. Okay. We should go get our stuff while we're waiting for this to cook. And it was to the southeast, quite a ways, relatively speaking. Oh, wow. So 1, 7, to the west, and 4 north, was it? Or 3? 3 or 4 north. 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. Whew, we guessed it. We forgot to label this. Okay, it wasn't really a guess. We were counting. But we weren't sure if it was 3 or 4. Anyway, we would have found it. Could have been frustrating. Just not on the ball like I used to be. I hope this is just a bit of malaise and not something more permanent. We can carry everything. But let's eat something before we go. So we're going to sell all the elk and the salmon. We'll label the elk, I guess. And we'll leave the bones behind. How long until we get a dog? Not all that long. Maybe we'll bring the bones with us. What the heck? Well, we'll bring 2 of the bones with us. That's enough. That's a good starter dog food amount. And we're done here. And we're going to get splitting axe. I don't think we can get a longbow as well. Oh, is this where our... Well, if this is where this is, we might as well stop on the way. Well, we can stop on the way and drop off some stuff and do 5 miles an hour for what limited benefit that has. No. Let me look at this. That's still being prepared. Let's just go. It's nearby. Very nearby. We want to get here at a reasonable hour. If we have to come in the middle of the night, okay. But if we don't, let's try not to. Fine splitting. You'd think I'd remember where I left it, but I'm in the wrong spot. I think I am. think I am. This is where the masterwork broad axe was. The splitting axe is in the next town over. Okay. And where was the longbow? With the splitting axe. Okay. Just for fun, we're going to see if we can swing them both. There's a long male cow here, but I think I mentioned I don't think those are worth the extra weight over a male cow. Looking for a longbow. Here's a longbow. Okay. Oh, that's too bad. Let's see, did I forget anything? I think he rejected those. Maybe he just rejected the antlers, I'm not sure. I didn't read through. Oh. So if we throw in our shirt off our back, we can swing this. Okay, let's try that. Arctic fox fur, the shirt, and just that. Okay. And if we threw in that, oh, so we were really close. So if we do this, how much meat do we have left over? We have 3, 4. Can't remember what all was in this. Shirt, Arctic fox, $90. Fur shirt, Arctic fox, 90, 38, roasted salmon, and harsh squirrel. Fur shirt, Arctic fox, 91, harsh squirrel, and salmon. So we said no to 90 with this deal, right? We'll just do it once more. There's 2 furs, there's a shirt, and then there's the 3 different meats, 90 and 38 and salmon. Fur shirt, 2 furs, 90, 38, and salmon. He says no. 91, 38, and salmon. He says yes. Two furs. What are we doing? The shirt. And then 91, 38, and salmon. We need to eat our 3 elk cuts first. See, I've spent so long messing around now. That was 91. We're going to try 91 last time, just in case he changes his mind. 91, 38, and salmon. No. 90, 38, and salmon is a no. 91. 91. That's all I have to remember. 91 is the deal. Shirt. 91 is the deal. Furs. 91. 38. How about if I throw in a roasted salmon? I do accept. The shirt is elk. That's right. The 2 furs are correct. Looks good. So we have a splitting axe, a masterwork splitting axe. We have a longbow, albeit just a decent one. We have a carving axe, a broad axe, a woodsman's axe, a hand axe. Those are all the axes, all 5 of them, or at least all 5 that you use for non-combat. I don't have any arrows for my bow at the moment, but that's okay. We'll pick some up later. And now let's go deal with the skin. Pick up my knife, pick up the fat, pick up the skin. That one's still cooking. Have a drink. We leveled cooking, speaking of cooking. Clean the skin. We're weary, but I think we can power through. What's this? Oh, it's still, so I don't have it, don't have an option to do that one. Hide working, tan the skin. Because it's not a fine skin, I'm not too worried, and it's smallish. Yeah, we just barely went into extremely tired, so that was correct. That's still cooking, but we wouldn't probably keep going even if it weren't. We'll eat some of the elk, right? Yes. Eat the elk first and then the deer, because the elk is older, and will go stale sooner. Excuse me. And oh, we treated our wound already. And I guess we'll go to sleep and hope it doesn't rain. And if it rains, we'll figure it out. How are we on time? Oh, we're way over. Okay. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.